hey everyone, and Merry Christmas Eve. Do we have to do this?
Yes, we do. But don't worry, it's just like pulling off a band-aid. Once it's done, we never have to do it ever again.
This is the live-action remake of The Year of As Santa Claus. In 2006, NBC premiered a 90-minute live-action remake of the Rankin Bass special, The Year of As Santa Claus. And that's all the information I was able to find on it. No details on the production work, or any reason on why they would make this other than they just wanted to ruin a classic special. Hell, I'm surprised they don't do the same thing to ruin either Rudolph or Frosty.
Oh my god, don't give them ideas.
Oh shit! Damn it!
Now, of course, the original needs no explanation. It's a classic that everybody could watch during the holidays, but it's not as popular as something like Here Comes Santa Claus, Frosty the Snowman, or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But give the special some credit, it led to a pretty good spin-off in 2008 called A Miser Brother Christmas. Wasn't perfect, but it tried its damnedest to capture the spirit of the original.
Does this movie do anything like that?
I think you know the answer.
I know the answer. Let's take a look at the live-action remake of what shouldn't even exist. So after our PS2 cutscene that's supposed to be the North Pole, we're then introduced to this movie's version of Santa. In the original, he was voiced by the late Mickey Rooney. Here, he's played by John Goodman, which would be perfect, but you'll realize how this wouldn't later on. We're also introduced to his assistant Sparky, played by Chris Kattan.
Here, what's your opening remarks? I proofread it myself. Don't bother to thank me. You're welcome.
Santa's in the house, y'all. Where's my Christmas party people at?
It's good, right? Yeah, I know it.
The shorties better be good, cause this Totally Santa Expo is gonna be off the hinges, yo.
Yeah.
Be glad this came out in 2006 and not 2016, because then we probably would have had Santa saying, I want some ho-ho-hos. Jake Paul just infests everything, doesn't he?
All right, now listen, I want you to go out there and you make us proud. Santa Claus.
Also, this is a really small nitpick, but what's with Kattan's eye here? Did he get pink eye during shooting, or was he crying as a sign to get help to get out of the movie? Anyway, they go on stage at Santa-Co, as we cut to the two elves Jingle and Jangle, played by Ethan Supple and Eddie Griffin. They're watching news for Southtown, USA, where we see another character from the original, Iggy. There's problems with these characters, but just like with Santa, we'll bring it up later.
Speaking of Santa, we see him and Sparky inside the expo, where they are shown the new hot items for the holidays.
And what's he do?
He kills this guy!
And with that, this man just predicted the next 7 Transformer movies. As well as... okay, I guess somebody wants attention.
Techno oven. So hot.
Whoa. How am I supposed to deliver all this stuff?
Santa, you just deliver the first Big Oz doll. The parents buy the rest.
Well, that's a heck of a thing to do to hardworking...
Fed up with what he's seeing, Santa goes to see Mrs. Claus, played by Delta Burke, and they walk in front of an obvious matte painting. Come on, Surviving Christmas looked better than that.
Mama, whatever happened to the spirit of Christmas? Now all anybody cares about are gigabytes, action heroes, accessories.
I think at least 2 of those things is more important than the other nowadays. Mrs. Claus tries to prove to Santa that there is Christmas cheer out there in the world, but they just see a bunch of jackasses. Particularly this guy, who's the most confusing.
Because if you ask me, Santa, you suck! Santa, you suck! Santa, you suck!
Where did that come from?
What the hell's this guy's problem? Nobody acts like this.
The other ones I kind of understand. That group being assholes to carolers, 2 people fighting over a gift that was the only one left in stock. But with this depressed rock star wannabe, I have no friggin' idea.
My only guess is that he's mad at Santa for not getting the presents that he wanted when he was a kid, but even then, dude, that's a weird thing to be mad about. That's something you put on a blog, not on the street.
They then have a doctor called in for Santa as it tries to play out like the original. But unlike there where Christmas was cancelled due to him being sick, here he's canceling Christmas due to him not being okay with kids and modern technology.
You're just tired.
Yeah, I'm tired. Tired of Christmas.
Well, you'll feel better after you get some rest.
You're right. Rest is what I need. Rest is what I'm gonna get. Call the elves. Tell them to cancel Christmas. This is going to be a year without Santa Claus.
I don't get it. We already have a reason for Santa to not want to go out, because he can't keep up with the times. Why leave the part of him being sick from the original in? It's like if in Spider-Man 2, everyone was mad at Peter Parker, and then he got a head cold, and then that's why he gave up being Spider-Man. One reason is more than enough.
After finding out the news, Jingle and Jangle get advice from this movie's Dr. Phil that Santa has to change his way of thinking. So they decide to go find somebody with a little bit of Christmas spirit. As we transition to Iggy trying to get ready to make his booth for the festival, as he tries to get some help from his father, who is also the mayor. Let me guess, they're gonna do the workaholic dad bullshit, right?
Yep.
Of course they are. I mean, why the hell not? Seeing how this character and his family only had about 10 minutes of screen time in the original, it would only make sense to give him the cliche we've seen so many freaking times before!
Did you expect anything from the director of Pluto Nash?
Why would I expect anything more of that news?
After seeing a cliche we really wish would die off, Mrs. Claus and Sparky talk about what they should do for that Christmas.
But what do we do to get Santa to move with the times?
So glad you asked, because I've been working on this whole new Santa experience, something that will update his image and get the kids interested again, okay? To introduce to you, Extreme Santa. He's a cross between Tony Hawk and Spider-Man. He's ripped, he wears a skin-tight green jumpsuit, and he flies around on a flying snowboard powered by the magic of awesomeness. It can't fail.
I'm just gonna ask, what was the appeal of Chris Kattan? Look, I'm sure he's a nice guy in real life, but whenever I see him in movies, he's either trying way too hard to be funny or entertaining.
And he flies around on a flying snowboard powered by the magic of awesomeness.
I feel like the people that laugh at him are the same people who laugh at Dane Cook and Carlos Mencia.
Cut back to Jingle and Jangle as they set off to find somebody with Christmas spirit. But they have to pass the famous part from the original, the Miser Brothers. And yet, there are a lot of problems with this one, unlike the original. First of all, instead of making their songs separate from one another, they decide to make it all one song.
I'm Mr. Green Christmas. I'm Mr. Sun. I'm Mr. Heat Blister. I'm Mr. 101. They call me Heat Miser. Whatever I touch starts to melt in my clutch. I'm too much. I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. I'm Mr. Icicle. I'm Mr. Tenderloin. Friends call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch. I'm too much.
Second, instead of miniature versions of themselves for backup singers, they have what look like cheerleaders. And third, with the puppet sets, they look like sets, but it's a stop-motion movie, so you can let it slide. Here, it looks like you're about to leave Cool Cool Mountain from Mario 64 and go into Bowser's Castle.
Fourth, the casting of the Miser Brothers. Most of them. Now, to his credit, Michael McKean is actually pretty good as Snow Miser, as he tries to capture the Snow Miser from the original. But what will make this better if they had Mr. Freeze conducting and singing. Hey, if Arnold Schwarzenegger making people sing I'm Mr. White Christmas was the best moment from Batman and Robin, we can at least help this movie get a rating.
Sadly, the same cannot be said for the guy playing Heat Miser. He falls into the same category as Sparky of trying too hard. Unlike McKean, who does a good job capturing the original character, this guy doesn't get a damn thing right. Even his voice doesn't sound like the character. He goes from sounding like the demon from The Exorcist to the Tasmanian Devil. And another thing, the actor's name? Harvey Fierstein.
Jingle and Jangle make it to Southtown where they put on disguises and try to find Iggy. But not before the reindeer Vixen gets into some wacky antics.
Unit 1, request an animal control unit.
It's funny because people were looking at them weird and they had a few pratfalls.
No, it wasn't.
You think I don't know that?
They go ahead and find Iggy at his school, which, considering the way they're dressed, this looks like this is a Cosby and Spacey Christmas special.
We're looking for you.
I saw you on TV talking about Santa Claus.
So, are you ready to meet Santa?
I would be, except I don't believe in Santa Claus.
How can you not believe in Santa Claus?
And was this line really worth a tracking shot?
The two are stopped by a Billy Ray fan, and what the hell?
Tried to hide my radiance under these sporty ensembles, but sometimes it just shines through. I'm Artemis. Hardly anybody believes in me anymore. So nowadays I protect youth. Freelance, school, playground level.
Okay, I don't know how they did it, but they made me more creeped out of Jangle rather than Christian Grey.
What are you gawking at?
You're a Greek goddess, aren't you?
He has a corpse in the back of that sleigh, I'm just sure of it.
And you know what the dumbest thing is? They set up this woman who you think would be a love interest for Jangle, but he doesn't get together with her. At the end, they imply that he hooks up with the Hot Topic Barbie chick. Then again, we shouldn't expect much because this is a crappy remake.
Cut back to the North Pole where we see Santa when he's not acting like a man-child, he's acting like an asshole.
Oh, baby, it looks like fun. All of our friends are there.
You have friends here who need you.
Yeah? To sign their paychecks. That's what happens when you become a corporation.
You know, how is it that a Christmas movie with Hulk Hogan as Santa is better than the one with John Goodman? The original proved that Santa couldn't be mean-spirited with how people are. The only thing that got him back to work was kids from around the world sending him gifts and showing him love. But here we don't get any of that at all. So what we have is a Santa who's a whiny asshole. Congratulations, movie! You've made me hate Santa Claus. How the hell do you do that? I honestly feel like this replaced John Goodman with a giant middle finger for all the audience to see.
Jingle and Jangle meet Iggy at Chuck E. Cheese, proving that this kid has no idea what stranger danger is, and they prove their loyalty to him, and... Okay, let's just say it right now. The versions of Jingle and Jangle in this movie are just so bland and unmemorable. I mean, with the original short, you can understand that they were a comedic duo, but they were determined to help Santa, and you were able to enjoy them. Here, they're a stereotypical yuppie white guy and a stereotypical ghetto black guy. And it just came to me. These are the elf versions of MC Swigga and Chris T. Ian. Okay, I can do this. Slow and steady wins the game. Come on, man, you got this. Gotta collect them tokens, man. Ah, shit, yeah, this shit is my jam. Yes, it is really light as heck, as they say. Hey, at least they're more memorable than Jingle and Jangle in this movie.
Santa gets the news that Jingle and Jangle left, so he and Sparky set up to talk to people who may have saw him, who are, of course, the Miser Brothers, who are in the middle of a boxing match. I don't know.
Listen, you bozos. Two of my elves disappeared into the divide and haven't been heard from since. What do you know about it?
Divide? Sorry, Santa. Round two.
He doesn't get anything out of them, so he calls down their mom, who is Mother Nature, played by Carol Kane.
As for you two boys, I have some manure that needs manipulating. So unless you two boys want the job, behave!
Yes, Mommy.
Okay, I get that this is a remake, and I understand you have to change some things, but this character was one of many things that didn't need to be changed. Mother Nature in the original was actually a nice person who helped Mrs. Claus to get the brothers to compromise for their deal. And the only time that she was threatening was when the two brothers didn't agree and she froze down a bolt of lightning.
Stop it! Stop it!
Yes, Mother dear.
They're really nice boys, Mrs. Claus. Oh, sometimes they bicker, but you'll have no further trouble with them.
But here, she's just an asshole for the time that she's on screen and physically abuses the brothers. Why change what didn't need to be changed at all? It makes no sense.
Good luck on your elf quest, Santa.
After help from Mommy O2, Santa finds out that Jingle and Jangle are in Southtown, as we cut to them and Iggy trying to get Vixen out of the pound, who is held by yet another stereotype.
Drinking on the job, eh?
Not good, huh?
Okay, the live-action Family Guy looks a lot weirder. He's able to get Vixen out and learns that he's an actual flying reindeer and that Jingle and Jangle are really elves. As they go back to Iggy's house to hide him, and we learn the obvious backstory about the good times that the family had, but that dad's just too busy.
So your dad seems like a really nice guy.
He's the best. Problem is, his job keeps him so busy, he doesn't have much time for my mom or me. But when he's not working, he's a great dad. Last winter, he took me up to the mountains. We got caught in a blizzard. You've never seen so much snow. The roads are closed. The power went out. Even the phone stopped working. My dad couldn't work and there was nothing to do. So we built the fire and just spent some time together for 3 days.
To sum it up, he and his dad have fun in the snow, but now he's too busy for his job. Next scene! Santa then makes it to Southtown as he learns the whereabouts of Vixen.
I think you've got my reindeer.
No, I don't.
Are you sure? About yay high? Answers to the name of Vixen?
Well, you're too late, because someone already got it.
Who?
It was the mayor's kid, Iggy Thistlewhite.
I know Iggy Thistlewhite.
I'm sure you do.
Sure I do. I know lots of kids, millions of them. I remember you from when you were a little boy. You never made my list.
Yeah, well, I'm still waiting for that BB gun, Santa.
You'll shoot your eye out. Ouch!
Yeah, part of me is laughing, I think. The part of me that hates life.
Yeah, right. And here's another problem with this movie. If it's not referencing better movies, it blatantly steals material from better Christmas movies. From when it's not showing better movies or blatantly referencing the original special, they're straight up stealing jokes from other things. Especially this Christmas Story one that just pisses me off.
Huh. A remake that shoves references in your face. I never heard of that happening before. Santa meets up with Jingle and Jangle as he's then introduced to Iggy.
I used to think I was too old to believe in Santa Claus. Now I think I'm too old not to believe.
Iggy, what do you want for Christmas this year?
Well, I like you to have a beard that doesn't change in between shots. Seriously, what the hell's up with that?
Actually, he asks for snow in Southtown, which requires the help of the Miser Brothers to seal the deal.
But listen, this is important.
All right, I'm listening.
I need you to turn the heat down in Southtown so your brother can make it snow there.
What? Snow in the deep south? Never! Haven't the mortals messed with the weather enough? Why should I help them screw it up more?
I'll make it worth your while. Remember a Christmas wish you made when you were a little kid and I wouldn't give it to you?
The flamethrower?
No, not the flamethrower.
The little isotope nuclear reactor kit?
I think my Christmas wish is for him never to make those faces ever again. Seriously, that's almost on the lines of the faces from Tom and Jerry and Willy Wonka of being creepy.
He has the brothers agree on a deal to have it snow in Southtown if Heat Miser can control the weather of the North Pole for just 1 day. Meanwhile, we cut to Sparky and... What? Oh my god, what is happening?
There. Sure glad I don't look stupid in this.
Sparky says he's replacing Santa because he's not here, which makes him this movie's villain. Why? No, seriously, I'm asking why. You guys probably have more understanding of this than I do. From what I've seen in the movie, there is no reason why he's the bad guy now. So if it seems that I'm saying this if it comes out of nowhere, that's because it does come out of nowhere.
Yeah, we barely knew this character, and now they try to make him out to be a villain? This is making the twist from Home Alone 4 look smart. I don't know if it's because I'm confused, have a lot of questions, or if I'm just annoyed because this is the same guy that was in Monkey Bone.
Sparky goes outside to make his big announcement with an angry mob surrounding him.
Hey, look at this. I am so moved right now. They're gathering to wish me good luck and Godspeed. Thank you. Thank you all so very much. You have all made me so very happy.
This may be a little inappropriate for me, but seeing how this reminds me of somebody in the news nowadays, I'm sorry, I got to.
Thank you all so much. You've all made me so very happy. I wish I could stay to bask in my huge glory, but it's time to make history.
You're not our Santa!
Wrong. I am so the Santa you need to make the North Pole great again.
With your help, we can make this hashtag trending.
Well, what are we waiting for, Easter? Let's get that sleigh loaded. It's Christmas Eve. Thanks. What are you dressed up for, Sparky? And what's with a little beard?
Sparky was my slave name.
Okay, I did not see that coming.
Sparky was my slave name.
You will refer to me as Christmas Kente.
So it starts to fake snow in Southtown. Iggy's dad goes to see them build a snowman. Hopefully it won't get a 20-minute short in 11 years. And Santa finishes his Christmas duties and goes to celebrate a nice, warm, yet still snowy day in the North Pole.
You've convinced me the world still needs old Santa.
And it always will.
I promise there'll never again be a year without Santa Claus.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
I see what you did there, referencing the title.
Yeah, it makes up for everything that was done wrong in this movie.
You are correct. This movie absolutely gets what Santa Claus is about. What a load of reindeer shit!
This movie sucks!
The reason you do a remake is to improve on a concept or do something different. And of course, some have done this well. But this movie does the same mentality, but does everything 100% wrong. The biggest thing I still take away from this was their version of Santa and making him such an asshole. Every movie and special has their own take on Santa Claus, and most of them have done it well. But this is like if all of Santa's lines were written by the Grinch.
Now keep in mind, the original had flaws too, but my god, it was way better than anything in this piece of crap. The characters are so bland and forgettable, the writing is lazy, and the tone is all over the place. So if you're gonna do anything this year, watch the original, or watch any of the other Rankin Bass shorts. Just make sure you see another year without this film.
And that was our review of the live-action Year of Fast Santa Claus. And thanks for being part of this with me, Hey, do you hear that?
Yeah, it sounds like sleigh bells.
Hiya, kids.
Santa?
That's right, it's good old jolly Saint Nick.
Wow, what are you doing here?
I overheard you guys having a downer this holiday, so I figured I'd cheer you all up.
Yeah, it was this stupid movie that you were in. It's a long story.
Yeah, believe me, I know. I've had issues with bad Santa movies before, but I got over it with no consequences whatsoever.
Santa!
But I have to deal with one thing.
Santa, can I drive now?
For the 20th time, no!
Wait a minute, you're still dealing with Sparky? I thought you got rid of him because he was trying to replace you all those years ago.
That's what I thought too, but the adoption service gave me custody. And let me tell you, it's like dealing with a 5-year-old trapped in a 30-year-old man.
Wah! Santa, I need a changin'.
Oy vey, not again.
Oy vey? Santa, are you Jewish?
Of course I am. You see, I put the ho-ho-ho in Christmas and the ha-ha-ha in Hanukkah. Look, I gotta go finish my rounds and deal with this mistake. Have a Merry Christmas, boys!
Now can I drive?
Fine.
Hey, don't touch that, you putz! So... that just happened.
Yeah, it certainly did. So, you want to watch Christmas movies with me and the guys?
Yeah, sure. I'm the Nostalgia Kid. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and... this was weird.
Open up your heart and let the Patrick Swayze Christmas in gather at the Roadhouse with our next of kin.
Next of kin can be our regular Saturday night thing. Decorate a bar stool and gather round and sing. Oh, let's have a Patrick Swayze Christmas this year. Or we'll tear your throat out and kick you in the ear.
It's my way or the highway this Christmas at my bar. I'll have to smash your kneecaps if you bastards touch my car.
Touch my car. The word that Santa has been stealing from the till. I think that right jolly old elf better make out his will. Oh, let's have a
don't hurt.
This will be the laziest.
Be nice until it's time not to be nice.
This will be the swayziest Christmas of them all. La 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 la.
It stinks.